What's good, y'all? And welcome back to the second episode of Cultural Collision. I'm Marcus Ramos.
I'm Devin Hogan.
I'm Sol, the cultural editor. I was not here in the first episode, but better late than never.
And I'm Aidan Wright.
And I suggested the intros and then immediately forgot that I had to introduce myself in the intros.
Yeah, it's fair. It's all good.
But for this episode, as I mentioned at the end of the last one, now we are going to talk about what we think are the best video games of all time.
Tough one. Very tough one. I feel like there's so many spots you could go in this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways. I know we were talking a little bit about it. Like, the way I do it in my head is RPG and then every other video game. Just because RPG is like its own class. There's so many, like, it's such a dynamic thing where there's so many good stories, and it's more like, to me at least, with the cutscenes and everything that happens in like a really good RPG, it's kind of like a more interactive movie experience than it is like a video game for me. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
I agree that there's like, in my head, I'm like, there's like point and shooties, there's stories, and then there's like puzzles.
Yeah.
And that's about, like, I know that there may be someone who will come to me and like, and I will read it and I will respond for engagement, but.
Yeah, like, let us know in the comments, you know, what you know, if that's a hot take, you know, if it's RPG versus everything, or.
And if you're watching at this point right now, maybe pause the video, guess who or what favorite game we all choose.
Because we really need that engagement.
We do, and the answers may surprise you.
Yeah. So I guess I'll start off. I've got two in mind, most for similar reasons. And I feel like when I explain the reasons, I'm going to sound like the most pretentious known to man.
Like you don't already? I'm sorry. I don't mean that.
Damn.
I don't mean that.
But the two games that I want to go with are The Last of Us Part 2 and Metal Gear Solid 2.
Okay. I rock with it.
You want me to make my statement, or y'all want to go around first and then we make the statement?
No, I want you to make your statement first. I don't know if you guys agree with this. Maybe if we all go around, say our thing, and then we kind of dissect that person's and then move on to the next person, they say their thing. I don't know.
That sounds good.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Because
like
it keeps the discussion flowing. All right, so I want to hear your case.
So, me personally, I'm a very big story guy in a lot of different things. And the story in these two games, it is insane. But that's not because, like, there's a bunch of other games that have insanely good stories. Yeah. But I think specifically these two in particular, and what makes them, in my opinion, some of the greatest games of all time, is how they take unique advantage of the video game medium, in my opinion. Like, say you take the story that happens in these games and you try to make it into a movie or a book or whatever, it would not hit the same as it does in the video game medium.
I mean, we see that with The Last of Us. So that was like the TV show. The TV show was like cool or whatever. I liked it.
But season two,
it's not. I didn't even pick up season 2. I only watched the first season, and it was because I knew that was based off the game, and the game is just so much better. I mean, the game is I watched PewDiePie play that game when I was a kid, and that was just that. I think that was one of those first video games where I understood that, like, a video game can be more than just you kind of playing and tell you, like, a real solid story. I don't know if you guys like that too.
Like, there's the one showrunner for the Last of Us TV show. It is a horrendous quote, but I think about it so much because it's hilarious, where he basically said, there have been no games between Super Mario Brothers and The Last of Us.
Wow.
Wow. He was like, until The Last of Us came out, it was all jumping on Goombas and everything. But The Last of Us changed all of that. Like, on the one hand, that is a very dumb quote. But it at least shows that, like, The Last of Us is still unique in how, like, the narrative that it has is very poignant. And that's, like, one of the reasons I think, specifically with The Last of Us 2, I think it even builds on that even more. I really like the story to that game. Come at me. but I really do like the story to that game.
Yeah.
And in Metal Gear Solid 2, that game is just insane. And, like, the older it gets, the better it gets, in my opinion.
It's like wine.
It really is like wine. Like, at least, like, I'm about to sound woke. But, like, the politics that game engages in, as time goes on, it just becomes more and more apparent that, like, that game has predicted the future at this point.
Yeah.
It came out in 2001. and everything that the game was talking about, like AI, all of that, like how it controls politics. That is, it's just all coming true today. It was just, I guess, 20 years too early.
No, yeah. I personally never played Metal Gear 2, so I'm not as, familiar with this topic. Maybe you guys would be better for it. I don't know.
Metal Gear Solid 2 predicted all my friends from high school changing their photos to AI photos of themselves, and now I kind of can't remember.
Oh my goodness. Dang.
It did, though.
Wow.
That's funny.
Yeah, dang.
Like, so much in politics today, you could sum it up in either two things. Either they predicted this in Metal Gear Solid 2, or they predicted this in Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, no, I think that's really cool, though, because as someone who's never played, I mean, maybe you guys should talk a little bit more what you guys think about Marcus's take.
I like it.
Yeah?
I haven't watched him play Metal Gear Solid games yet, but he keeps showing me clips, and he's like, "You're really gonna like this." And usually when someone shows you a video, and they're like, you feel like you have to kind of perform, and it's like, oh, this is nice. So when does it end? But I've never felt that way when being shown clips of this game and other things.
And I always do preface it with, you're about to watch the wokest thing in gaming known to man.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing, though.
I love it.
Yeah.
Censor that, man.
Yeah.
He's got enough of me, don't
Yeah, no worries.
He's used to it.
Yeah.
No, I think that's really cool, especially when you can like have something like that like reflected in a video game, and you see it like today. Like, this is kind of way off topic, but like, I don't know if you guys ever read the book 1984. Like, that book, looking at it today, like, it's so many transparent things, and like that makes that book so much cooler. So I can definitely resonate with the fact of why you think like seeing that kind of parallel today. I also understand why you think that's so amazing. That is really cool, and that's what all entertainment I think is about. I mean, how can you like reflect today's problems into a new form of medium?
Yeah, we could discuss this further in a future book episode if we would like, but
love to.
That's why I like science fiction. I mean, it supersedes just like the book medium, but like science fiction, I read it like in 2026. Like, I read like Harlan Ellison's I Have No Mouth and I'm Gonna Scream, and I'm like, did people at the time go, oh, this is just like bug-eyed aliens and all that, or were they like, oh, this is happening?
Yeah.
That was a more poignant point in my head, and then I started getting nervous.
No. I know exactly what you're talking about. Because I read a lot of stuff like that too. We're gonna talk more about that after this.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Anything from you, Sol? What do you think? What do you think about the whole conversation?
I think I can speak a little bit more on the Last of Us 2 part. It's like, it's definitely something that I think even now, though, there's still a lot of like debate about whether or not the game, I guess, is quote unquote good, or like, I feel like most people usually just talk about the story with that game as opposed to like the gameplay there. But I think in a sense, like, if you're just like looking at more like critically, like, it is something that it might have been just like, it came out maybe at the wrong place at the wrong time, and then you sort of look at hindsight and you're like, wait, no, this game actually really does a lot of interesting stuff,
Yeah.
I feel like that's sort of where maybe the conversation I see is now too, is that more people are looking back on Last of Us, and that's something that I think happens too with certain like reactions to games as well, like say like Wind Waker, like there was a lot of like people that did not like that game because it was like cartoony, but now people consider like one of the best Zelda games,
And on the point of like The Last of Us being in the wrong time, I remember when I first heard about it, and I was like, oh, another zombie game.
Yeah. Because
like Call of Duty, like zombies, like that feature was like super, like I played that a lot with my dad, and then I would get like, I got burnt out by it, and when was The Last of Us Part 1?
2013?
Yeah, it's like around that time where it felt like over inundated in the video game like canon, where it's just like it's zombies again, and like The Walking Dead was on, and it's like it's gonna be about books again. Willa Cather talks about how should writing be like something that's artistic, or does it meet market demand? And like maybe at the time it felt like it meant market demand, but now when we look back, it's like a standout of a genre of dystopian zombies.
Absolutely. And I want to go back to your point. So I think, all right, with The Last of Us 2, I think a lot of people didn't like it because what was her name? Abby is who you played. That was the other character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People didn't like playing as the person who killed Joel. Nobody was gonna. Joel is like one of the most favorited, like beloved video game characters of all time, and they decided to make you play as the character that kills Joel. I think that's why people didn't like it. Objectively speaking, if you take out the fact that, like, I mean, I love Joel. If you take that out, I think it's a great video game.
Yeah.
It is a great story. It's just, I think it got a lot of flack because you played as the person that killed Joel. It was just people's emotions. Like,
Yeah.
I think a big part is because, like, I vividly remember, like, late spring, early summer, 2020, it got leaked real early before the game dropped. And so everybody knew months in advance what was going to happen. And so they didn't even go in blind thinking like, oh, maybe I'll like this new character. They just immediately went in with that prejudice.
Exactly.
This is a note for Matt. Maybe put a spoilers ahead at the top of this episode.
Yeah.
I didn't know that happened until just now. So.
Yeah, that's like the big thing.
Whoopsie.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I talked about it like I knew it.
I'm
My fault.
so sorry.
It's okay.
No, I'm not upset.
Yeah.
It's the same thing happened in the first game with one of her best friends, where she spoiled the start of The Last of Us 1 for her.
Yeah.
No.
Because the show was on, and at the time she was like, "Are you gonna watch the show?" And I was like, "No," and I didn't really think about it. And she told me because she wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah. But well, I guess now's a good time to move on to what do you think is the best game of all time?
I'm gonna preface this. Okay. How am I gonna preface this? Let me think.
Let me preface this preface.
Let me preface this preface by prefacing the preface. So, I'll start by I don't like this game.
Okay.
I've only watched people play it. I think it's a sensory nightmare. It is a Rudy 2D point and shooty that I do not like, and I think it is contributing to children having meltdowns in school because they're playing this game and like the copycat of it more recently, because it's just right. These are all unclaimed boomer takes, right? But I think Overwatch is the best game of all time, but not because of the gameplay, not because of the story, not because of any of that, but because, Matt, you might want to censor this, has contributed, has revolutionized
No, you're
3D building.
Oh my god.
And I'm stealing this, I think, from you, because you told me about this.
Did y'all know that like Overwatch, Matt censor the word again, Overwatch has fundamentally changed like 3D animation?
Well, yeah, isn't that like what all the all these like VTubers now use? Like that's like the exact kind of.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is.
Like
that's how they make all their models.
Like you cannot argue that
I don't know that for like that makes me so weird for knowing that information. I don't know. I just saw I didn't see anything. All right, that was just all right.
We're changing the game,
for
yo.
lack of a better term, that is motion. I can't lie.
Yes.
Yeah, that's basically like because I don't like the game, but it did revolutionize the engineering around games because
You're not wrong.
Gooners figured out how to make it look crazy, and so now we have really good graphics and Rivals. I assume. I think that's how the timeline.
Now
goes.
we got the Invisible Woman skin. That's crazy.
Bro, the things I've heard my friend, who is a married man, say about Invisible Woman and Rivals. Yes,
Poor
I'm talking about
Sue.
Bryce.
Maybe Bryce.
My little brother.
Name dropping Bryce.
My little brother is at the end of the day a man.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
That's my take.
Overwatch.
Hey,
Overwatch is a pretty fun game too.
I could never get into hero shooters. I can't lie. I can't get over to Overwatch. I can't get into Marvel Rivals.
I also
get that.
I have a question for you guys. I was at the Buff State Gaming club for I think Mario Kart. This was like a year and a half ago, but it still like weighs on me. Like someone walked up to me and was like, "You look like you play a lot of Marvel Rivals, do you?" And I was like, "I don't know what that is." And then I've been thinking, like, what does that mean?
What does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
Like, is it like, I understand, I have Steven Universe face. I watched a lot of Steven Universe growing up, and so like it reflects on my aura. But like, what does Marvel Rivals mean? Does it mean that the aura like sinks a little? Like, I don't know. I don't know if there's like a...
Depends on the academic circles.
Yeah, I mean,
Just gonna say, every time I hear like the Marvel Rivals, I just like it just like I watch like a fair amount of like the Yu-Gi-Oh YouTubers and stuff, and there was like some point where it seemed like every one of them was like, let's play with Marvel Rivals, you know, and for like the sponsorship or something like that, you know, and within that circle and everything.
I was a pretty consistent Overwatch player when I was a kid, and I played for a really long time, and then I got out of it. And I think the thing with Rivals that like drew me back to that kind of hero shooter was originally when the game came out, every single character was broken. Like everybody was overpowered. So it was like the meta was just be whoever and you can keep on playing. But yeah, no, I think that was really like that was the big part that I liked about Marvel Rivals, but then obviously like they nerf stuff as stuff goes on, so like it kind of lost its appeal for me.
I want to get into Rivals because I love comic books, but I just can't get into the gameplay.
I mean, I get it. Now it's really hard because it's like all the sweats have come out, and it's basically just Overwatch 2.0, which already was one of the worst communities to play video games in.
Yeah.
Still is. And now Rivals is exactly like that. It's a bit more tolerable, but it's just as bad.
So I've skimmed Dante's Inferno. I think the bottom layer of hell is dating somebody and visiting them, and then they and like their friends having 2 to 3 Overwatch TVs going on at once, and they're all playing with each other. And it's past midnight, and her parents are asleep, and I'm like, guys, we got to be quiet because I don't want her to get mad at me because I'm taking on the brunt. Anyway, that's the bottom layer of hell. Overwatch playing 3 to 4 times over.
It's as Satan chews on them. They're screaming.
Tracer on point. Tracer on point. Tracer on point.
L heals.
The final air should just be that y'all just be like playing Devil May Cry shit, you know?
God.
Yeah.
That is real and true. Fact checked by real and true Americans.
Yes. That's the only thing you should play there.
No, but I think that was a great point. I love that. So what are you thinking? What's your video game?
Like the best video game of all time, I just was gonna go with my favorites. I feel like it's just easier to do than like, I don't know. Like sometimes it's just hard to like be like, oh, this is objectively the best game ever, you know?
Yeah.
So I'll go with like at least 2 options. The first one was the first Pokemon game I ever played, Pokemon Emerald.
Great game.
Like that game is just like, to me, like that's what I always think of Pokemon, you know? I feel like I love the graphics of that, and just that whole engine, like that was like a big inspiration for like a lot of like ROM hacks and everything. I feel like that's when, at least to me, like that popularity of making like the fan games and everything. Yeah. It started from that. I know people don't really care about stories in Pokemon as much, you know? You know, but like I sort of like how they did go like a bit more like, you know, over the top with like having these 2 like evil team leaders. One is trying to like expand the land, one is trying to expand the sea and everything. And like there's like the inspiration behind that was really interesting because it was based off like a real like conflict that was going on in Japan between like the fisherman and then like I think the what's it called, the owners are trying to like, they were wanting to like clear like up the land and everything, and there was like a big conflict there. I'm butchering it. There's a video by Tamashi Akura that actually goes into like the story of like of the Hoenn games there. But like that's where I think I'm at with Pokemon Emerald for that reason. And then the other one is Sonic Adventure 2.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah. And like that one as well, like a game that's sort of in a way just ahead of its time. Like I think like what I like about just both adventure games in general, it feels like they very much expanded on the themes of like Sonic's environmentalism and the conflicts that were going on there. And then big spoilers, I guess, for a very old game, but I like
or if you haven't seen Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Yes, that too. Like I like that when it comes to the final boss, like the Bio Lizard, that is more so just like a representation of who the true antagonist really is in that story, which was Gerald. And him being, you know, working for the military-industrial complex and how they like treated Maria and how they treated like Shadow and how that like affected like his trajectory and everything. I think really puts it into perspective as well, and like the questions of like, is humanity sort of like worth saving in that sense, with a lot of the evil stuff that like the like effectively they don't call it the US, but sort of the US empire is sort of the front and center of that, and tackling like real messages. And then just gameplay wise too, I like all the different gameplays as well. I know there's sometimes critiques about either like treasure hunting or the mechs, but I think just to me it expands sort of that world and like what these characters are, and they feel like their own people. So that's why I would pick either Pokemon Emerald or Sonic Adventure 2.
I have a question about Pokemon Emerald because I haven't played it. But the big conflict being like conquering the land or the sea, do you think it could take like an anti-colonialist, like does it take an anti-colonialist-ish like plot where the trainer like conquers them, or is it like it could be that type of messaging but it kind of doesn't do that, where it's like, well, then the trainer, you can be you conquered the land and the sea?
Like in that sense, I think the point within the story is to stop both of the teams and from like controlling that, and like I think it's really them like. It was like the first time they like explicitly as well were using like, oh, you're going to go after legendary Pokemon to use power, and like I think that's the thing. I like the expansion on those themes as well, because I feel like it's always been a point within like Pokemon stories to be like the way humans should treat Pokemon is with respect and not just abuse them for their own selfish reasons. And expanding it to like, oh, we're going to take over the land or take over the sea, it definitely gives a bit like, of that more like expansionist vibe, and like humanity sort of trying to dictate the world like around itself. So that's sort of, I would think, the main importance there is like that, like balance, not just for like the sake of it, but like obviously for like the environment and appreciating the world and everything in nature. And that's something that clearly like nowadays, like you don't have like, there's so many companies and like governments that just don't really care about the environment at all, as well.
Back off my man's Kyogre, man. Get out of here, yo.
You're a Kyogre guy?
Yeah.
I'm on the ground on that personally. So.
He's an Emerald, right?
Yeah, he is.
Because it's a Rayquaza and stuff too, right?
Yeah,
okay, I'm not tripping.
Yeah, no, that's that too. Rayquaza is like my favorite legendary, and I love that cutscene too. And where he just comes in, and he's like, it's not even you that actually like, uses the legendary. It's like you just wake him up, and he's like, I want to say like words that
we got to do it all over again.
It's okay, but yeah, no, like Rayquaza, he comes down to like Sootopolis, and he's telling those two, it's like, y'all just got to go back to sleep or something. You know what I mean? Like that's what I like about like that sort of ending too, and it is like interesting as well. Like even like when it came to like the ending as well, when it comes to like two evil leaders, they're like, okay, we see what we did was wrong, and we're gonna actually be, I guess, sort of held accountable as much as like a Pokemon game does it, and where they return the orbs.
They don't send them to the Pokehag.
Yeah, they don't. It's not really that, but yeah, like, and I think that's the thing too. I think just with Pokemon Emerald, they like expand as well, like on the themes. If you like go more in depth with like sort of how they structure the world, or even like gym leader wise, where it's like you got like the rock type gym leader, and this was like the second time they were using it, but it makes a lot of sense because you were effectively in like the first half going on the land, and then you had the final gym leader be a water trainer. And so it really just plays into like sort of that duality that Hoenn has. And I think the water is awesome, Yeah. IGN is wrong.
They've been wrong for over a decade. It was not too much water.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, yeah, I like that take.
Me too.
Now, Aidan, I know you've been deliberating on your choices for a while, so now I'm really interested.
I'm even like now, like you said Overwatch, and that made me think about things. Oh
my god.
So as I said in the beginning, I kind of clarify it in two different ways. I'm gonna do an RPG game that I think is the best. Then I'm going to do video game I think is the best. And I'm going to do my favorite video game at the end.
Right.
Or maybe not favorite, but one I've played the most in my life.
I'm interested in your RPG one because I got one loaded up too. I can't lie.
I think I told you already. It's Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I think that's the best Elder Scrolls game. I think it's the most... I mean, the story's great. There's so much to do. The map is so much fun. Like... I think Elder Scrolls Oblivion encapsulates everything great about the Elder Scrolls entirely. Like, the first game of Elder Scrolls that I played was Elder Scrolls Online. It wasn't even Skyrim. I did Elder Scrolls Online, and that's only I think 16, 17 hours of story. It's not very long. Like, you can finish it within 3 days, and then you kind of just roam the world and stuff like that because it's online and stuff. But I loved that. Like, I was obsessed with Elder Scrolls Online. Then I played Skyrim, and I always kind of had mixed opinions of Skyrim. Like, obviously...
She loves Skyrim.
That's okay. But I haven't played Oblivion yet, so that could change my mind.
I think the thing with Skyrim for me is how hyped it was when I was a kid. Because I used to play Magic the Gathering. I used to go to a card store, and I'd play on Friday night Magic, right? So when I'd go, they always told me how I had to play Skyrim and how it was the greatest game ever. And I think it was so hyped up for me that it really didn't meet it.
Right.
But then I played Oblivion, and it was like everything they had told me because I was discovering it for my own on the first time.
Right.
Does that make sense? Like,
absolutely.
I didn't know everything about Oblivion the way I did about Skyrim. So when I played Oblivion, it was like I got that Skyrim experience for the first time. And I just think Oblivion, I love the map of Oblivion. I think it's super convenient. I think you can get around places really fast and makes the game really fun. So RPG-wise, that's my favorite RPG game of all time. I will always play that game. Especially, I was so happy when they remastered it. I played it again 2 times. It's just such a good game. I think the greatest video game kind of all time, GTA 5.
Okay.
Like Overwatch, that one got motion.
Yeah, you know, I just GTA 5 changed the gaming landscape in my opinion. I think GTA 6 was going to be the most. I think that's the most highly anticipated game ever because of how great GTA 5 and New Vegas was. It's just
the thing when that's the thing about Rockstar.
Yeah.
Whenever they drop a game, it's like a cultural moment within the video game medium.
Literally, Red Dead 2, same thing.
Exactly. There's always that moment where Rockstar drops something, everyone is talking about it, and they will continue to talk about it forever. People still talk about every GTA game that they've made. People still talk about Red Dead 1 and 2.
Yeah.
They even still talk about Bully.
No, yeah.
Everything Rockstar makes, it stays in the zeitgeist forever.
It very much what I think it was you, Marcus, who said that. Oh my goodness, Gear Metal. Why can I not remember? Metal Gear Solid ages like fine wine. I think the same thing about Rockstar games. They age so well. You can play them especially because Red Dead 2 I think was played really well with Red Dead 1. How it was kind of like a prequel with Arthur, and you didn't play as John. I thought that was really cool. And then you play at John at the end, and then it leads right into Red Dead 1, which is just so I think that's really smart and made it really cool and different. But yeah, that's my opinion. GTA 5, and then the game I've played the longest my entire life. I've played this game ever since I was a kid, and I've continued through is COD. Very surprising. Straight white male plays Call of Duty.
Just let me know when I shouldn't come to school.
So COD I played my whole life. I will always play COD. It's basically just second nature to me at this point. I started grinding when we were real young, when Advanced Warfare came out. I obviously played Ghost and Black Ops 2, but that was just, we were a little too young. My parents really hadn't let me get into it that much yet, but my brother had it, so I just played with him. But yeah, so COD is the game I probably played the longest in my entire life. That or Minecraft.
Minecraft's probably mine, yeah.
Honestly, I started playing Minecraft in the 4th grade. That's probably the game I played the most in my entire life. Yeah, no.
Sorry, I just want to say to the GTA point and like Rockstar games and their longevity and like the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Like, I still get multiple memes of like people playing GTA Online. Like, I've been quoting the "Don't be scared of it, baby, be aware of it." This dude who like like has its own, like the GTA Online has its own, which I've never played it, but like people creating their own storylines.
Yeah.
Where like this dude like runs around as a fake cop.
Exactly.
And it's like like it's like role playing, like it's its own RPG within the like structured game. And also what I like about GTA that like Skyrim does kind of well, but I feel like I know so much of it now that like there's like time based, like if you walk down the street at a certain time, someone's gonna walk up, give you a bloody axe and be like, don't ask questions. You never see him again, but now you get a iron axe with the story. But GTA, I feel like because it's such a densely populated area and there's so many like Easter eggs that
100%.
You see someone else whipping around and you're like, oh,
yeah,
that's like a cover for me. You know?
They do the same thing in Red Dead with like the different kind of horses and weapons you can get with that too. It's like that is what makes a game feel more like real life and like why they do so well, because it's those little things. It's absolutely those little things. I couldn't agree more with you, Devin. Because
my favorite part of a game is messing around. I almost said the F word again for Matt to edit out. I'll do a medium, like screwing around, not doing the plot, because my least favorite part of GTA, like I played the story once, but anytime I've played it since, it's like I don't want to do the heist. I like want to do it, but I don't want to prepare for it. Which is kind of indicative of who I am as a person. I don't like preparing. I just like doing. But like just driving around, like I remember my dad, like I'm driving around and like following the road lines when I'm like 9 years old, and he's like, okay, so you're gonna drive one day, that's cool. And then he saw me play GTA 5 and I'm like whipping around, he's like,
yeah, no,
I'm a little scared now.
one last thing for me, and then I'll let you guys talk because I've been talking way too much. But I think GTA Online is like its own separate video game than GTA. Like, you know,
they're even selling it as a separate video game now too.
Exactly, like that's crazy to me. But yeah, that was just another point I wanted to add on. What do you guys think? Please.
I mean, I wanted to build off her point on like video games. Like, you just want to mess around, do anything except the main plot.
Yeah. And
tie it also back to RPGs, because this makes me think. A couple years ago, I played Final Fantasy 15 for the first time, and to this day, I think it's still hilarious how this happened. Where it was very early on in the story, and I just saw on the map a bunch of side quests. I did like 90% of them. It's like by the time that I got back to the story, like it tells you in like the mission menus what level you're supposed to be. It was like recommended level, like level 13. I was like level 80. So I went a little overboard.
I'm like that too. Like where I grind before I do the main mission, so that I can just blow through the main mission.
I think that's like the thing I like about like in certain games where it's like you get the choice of like how you want to do it. You know what I mean? Or like you can like go like a bit more under leveled or something like that into a story or so. That's usually how I like to sort of play, like even with Pokemon too, just like not always like train and just like go for it and see what happens, you know. But yeah.
What kind of game is your favorite? Oh no, you talk.
I just wanted to do an honorable mention to Dark Souls, because I feel like you can't do that. Like everything is so overpowered. Is there even a level system to like those types of games?
No.
The levels are usually, they just determine how much you can put your stats into. Like there's not. It's a lot more skill based, where you could go the whole game without leveling up once. But if you know like the boss patterns, you know, like boom, boom, got dodge here, do that. You could do the entire game, hit list, level 1, you're good.
Okay.
Didn't Elden Ring power scale their bosses?
I don't think they did.
No, did they not?
Because
I
remember.
That's just my imagination.
Yeah, because I remember when I was playing Elden Ring and trying to platinum it. Obviously, you gotta do it like 3 times to get the platinum. So in my New Game Plus, because of like how my stats were, the earlier bosses were dying in like 2 hits basically.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. I had a question for you guys. What kind of games do you prefer? Do you prefer like puzzle games? Like me personally, I love a game where I have to grind it, like where you have to sit down for 6 hours, do this, because I don't know, I kind of like the just robot aspect of it. I think that's what it makes it fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's my favorite kind of game. I don't know all like the genres, so that you could probably pick from. There's probably a ton. So just open it up.
It's
to you
like
guys a little bit.
two main things for me.
Yeah.
One, like you said, where you can just turn it on, mindlessly grind, do it. Like when I was playing Final Fantasy 15,
Yeah.
when I like grind different stuff, like get specific gear, so I just pop in my headphones, listen to a podcast, and just mindlessly grind something out.
Exactly.
And another kind of video game where you like is, you know, the narrative-driven kind of game. Like how I said the best ones are The Last of Us Part 2 and the Metal Gear Solid 2. I really do just love sitting down and playing a game that has a real good story. Like right now, I'm playing Fallout New Vegas. I'm just loving like all the different stories in that one. And like speaking of like Bethesda games earlier, how you felt with Skyrim into Oblivion.
Yeah.
That's low-key how I'm feeling right now. Because the first Fallout game I played was Fallout 4.
Yeah.
And I liked it, but like it wasn't kind of like RPG that I really wanted. And now that I'm playing Fallout New Vegas, I am getting that kick.
Yeah.
I feel like when I play a game, I either want to try something new or like that my friends are talking about or that Marcus is talking about. You're also my friend. But, or a comfort game that I come back to, because Skyrim, I've tried to play it an upwards of 10 times to try to actually finish it out.
Yeah.
And I've never completed it because I screw around and I start I steal people's cheese wheels and I'm over encumbered and then I quit. Like, I'm like, oh, I got too much cheese. And it just like retweet, I guess. But like, or like, I like cozy games too. Like I do like Animal Crossing and then playing like peaceful mode in Minecraft. Like one time I spent 4 hours, maybe longer, when I was in middle school. Like there was just this big lake and I had a bucket, an empty bucket, and I just pixel by pixel, like block by block, emptied it. My dad's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm just like, "Just playing Minecraft." He's like, "Okay." Comes back 3 hours later, like he had to go like grocery shopping. Comes back, or so he told me. I don't know. I don't know what he does. So he comes back and I'm still emptying the same lake, and he's like, "Are you going through something?" I don't know what this means.
Like, is this the myth of Sisyphus right now? What's going on?
But like being Sisyphusian in a game, like, is like your guys' like grind, like me just like, sorry, microphone, just doing something like that, like, and I could just not think of it because I'm also a big baby, so I don't like being surprised. Like I should expect in Skyrim at this point, if I leave town lines within like 30 paces, a wolf is going to come after me because it's just like, that's the first thing.
Game, yeah.
It's repetitive, but it's still like, I'm like, oh. Yeah. But.
Yeah, no, I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
what for you, Soul?
Yeah, like I think for me, it's I think within that RPG in particular, like the turn-based ones more so, because like you get to like either like think out sort of your turns and like get to, you know, also like explore the world too, and like just get to like talk with people and all, and like I just think that's sort of the vibe that I usually like to go with. It feels so Nintendo of me to say this, but like I think I don't mind a good platformer too, you know, not just like with Sonic, but like say like the Castlevanias as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like those are like the big ones I would say. Yeah.
And speaking on turn, you go first.
What are you gonna say?
I was speaking on turn based. I did want to at least throw out there that, in my opinion, the best RPG of all time is Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
I didn't even think of that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Like, I literally played it last year. So, like, completely removed from nostalgia in me saying this.
Yeah.
That is a damn good RPG right there. Like, it really has another one aged like wine.
Yeah.
I think that really does encapsulate what makes the RPG genre of games so amazing, in my opinion.
100%.
Yeah.
Two things now. I think the music is so good in Chrono Trigger from what you showed me, especially like Frog's theme, right?
I've shown her that thing like 10 times. I love that song so much.
And the second thing, I just want to ask a question to you guys. Like, what game are you currently playing or like want to play or excited to play?
I was actually just going to bring this up. A game that I've been playing recently with me and my boy, It Takes Two.
Ooh.
So much fun. It like, I haven't played a game like that where it's like two, like kind of co-op in so long, and we've been playing it together, and it's just like, it's my oldest friend that I'm playing it with. So it's just like us messing around, and it feels like we're kids again while we play. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out Dan. But yeah, we've been playing It Takes Two a ton recently, and it's just a fun game. It's a funny game.
Like, didn't it win Game of the Year a couple years ago?
Maybe. I don't know. I was told, our friend told us to install it. He told me to install it, and he was like, let's play this game together. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And it is just, it's fun. We're actually racing our 2 other friends to see who can beat it first. But yeah, no, that's the game I'm playing right now.
Nice.
All right. What about you, Soul?
I just like you haven't had the time, if I'm being real. To
I feel that so much, dude.
Yeah, but if there is one that like I'm hoping to get like started on soon, is go back and playing Pokemon Black 2. Yeah, like that was the thing that was making it hard for me when it came to like, because I knew I was gonna have to pick a Pokemon game, at least for like what I think is like one of my favorite, or at least my attempt of trying to have it be one of the best, you know? And, like, I just really do love Generation 5 and, like, the Unova games and everything. It is so unfortunate that we never... I don't know. I feel like it would have been nice to maybe potentially, if they were able to, like, have, like, 2D games and 3D games, like, you know, be a thing together, you know? But... I don't know. It's a lot right now, you know, for Pokemon's play. Yeah.
I do like the wording that you said that like you had to pick a Pokemon game, but I think that's just because like of the games you played, and not that I don't know who the current CEO of Nintendo is, like has like is blackmailing you to be on this podcast. Like,
I have to.
Big Mario got a
John Mario's
got a firefly right to my head right now.
You know, Super Mario World.
But in terms of games I'm playing right now, like I said earlier, I am playing Fallout New Vegas right now.
Yeah.
And I was playing Skyrim, but then I started playing New Vegas, and that's low-key taking over my life a little more than Skyrim. And in terms of like a game I want to play next, what I really want to play is the game Disco. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Like Disco Elysium.
I never heard of that.
I think it's Elysium.
Yeah, it's a very narrative-driven game from what I've heard.
Disco.
So I want to try it out and see just how good it is, because I've heard it's really good.
Yeah.
The last game I was playing was Skyrim, but I got into that cycle of I have work to do. I can't play a video game, and then I just rot in my bed anyway and don't do the work. And so I fall into that cycle pretty often. It's why I usually don't finish games. Often I get a little hyper-fixated into it, and then because I screw around and then I open all these quests, I get overwhelmed, and then I'm like, I have schoolwork, and then...
I relate to that. Sometimes games can just be so much, because like it feels like... Because the whole point of it is supposed to be relaxing, you know what I mean? So sometimes when you take on a little too much in a video game, it feels like a little pressure.
It's like I'm not getting graded on this. No. But I think the game that I want to either get back into Skyrim and actually finish it, but also I want to play a Minecraft world.
Yeah.
Because I haven't done that probably since early high school.
Have I told you that like last semester, he probably jokingly said this. Matt said we should start a record Minecraft world.
I was about to say we should we should start a round. We should start a round.
We should low-key do.
I do not care.
Yeah,
I will
thank God, because I'm broke.
I will pay for the realm. I don't care, and we can get a realm together.
I would be so down for that, bro. You have no idea.
So, I don't know. So, how about you? What game are you playing? Oh, you said you're too busy right now.
Well, I said the one that I am planning to go to is like Pokemon Black 2.
I wanted to mention on that. Pokemon Black is my favorite Pokemon game.
Oh, that is awesome.
I love Pokemon Black.
For me, it's between Black and White and X and Y. Black and White because it's just such good games, and X and Y because they were my very first Pokemon games. So I have so much nostalgia bias towards it. Yeah. Like so many Pokemon old heads view X and Y as the start of the downfall for Pokemon.
Yeah.
But then there's me playing at like 7 years old in like first or second grade, just like, I got a Charizard.
Is Pokemon Sword and Shield the one where you can make curry?
Yeah.
That's the best one of all time. You could quote me on that.
I
love to cook it. If you want to read about my cooking, look up Buffalo Plates and Pros on the Record. I have written an article in like 3 weeks, but she's
cooking up something good. No pun intended. She's cooking up something good.
Yeah. Like that's the thing though with that, like comment about Sword and Shield. It's like there would be people that would be like literally like in the comments, you're like, no, this is worse. The tree. That's the thing around that time. It was about the tree, you know, and all. But I don't know. I think it just that's why I feel like it's sometimes, you know, with when it comes to some of the Pokemon games, it is a little bit like subjective. Like I get it, you know, from as well, like there's people that care about difficulty. There's people that just don't care about that either and just want to like not grind at all. And so I feel like there's always just been the challenge for Pokemon to like having to cater to a lot of people and not always being able to like please everybody pretty
and
much.
this may be a Bethesda way of looking at it. I'll get into that after I say it. But a big part of, especially now why I love X and Y so much, was like a couple of years ago, I played a ROM hack that made it more difficult. Because like, even I will admit, the base game is pretty easy.
Yeah.
Like even as a kid, I did like no grinding. I was able to beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that ROM hack really made me appreciate the game a lot more because I had to be a lot more involved in it.
Yeah.
But I do think that's the Bethesda effect. Bethesda is always like, mods will fix our game. We don't have to do anything.
No, that is that. Skyrim, it's brutal. Like, Skyrim is brutal. The amount of mods you have to like. After you beat the game and like you play it for a little while, just to like not be bored, you have to put.
Ever since I was in middle school, I wanted to murk the dude who was like, "Have you been to the Cloud District very often?" And I was like, "I was just there."
I
and
want
I'm
to
the
kill
main.
him
Watch
so
yourself.
bad when I played the game, bro.
I think a random shout out to the YouTuber Peanut Butter Gamer because I think he like made a video about that, like where the person like says it and then he just marks him.
So maybe to end it off, I don't know. We're kind of going long. I just want to know your guys' favorite gaming, like favorite. I can't console. Jeez, that was a word that did
Favorite console.
Not console. Favorite medium to play video games. So it can be PC, Switch, console, anything you want.
I see.
Or DC, like a DS. I know.
I'm mainly console guy just because I'm broke.
Yeah.
Like I do have like I have a MacBook. But I'm able to like run, but like I have a virtual machine on it. I'm also like such a nerd.
Yeah.
But I have a virtual machine on my MacBook to run Windows on it. Like that's how I'm playing Fallout New Vegas right now.
Okay, yeah.
And I can't lie, it does feel nice to have console commands. I can't lie.
Yeah.
But even just for like ease of use of just, I wake up, I see my PS5 controller across from my bed. Beep. And just like, so I do think I do prefer console. In terms of what console is my favorite, this might be a little skewed because it's a jailbroken console. There's a thing of if you jailbreak the console, it's about to be the best console known to man. But my Nintendo Switch, that thing has been a powerhouse ever since I jailbroke it. It could play so many different things.
I like that.
So I like. Wow, words are escaping me now. Okay. My favorite way to play games is probably on my Switch as well because I'm a little biased because it's the first console I bought myself, like versus like using my like dad's or like a significant other's like console. And I went through 2 relationships in a row where I started games and then we broke up and I just never got to play them again. And I was like, with the student refund of a couple years ago, I was like,
give me that.
Yeah, give me that for $200, I guess. But we will see if that switches to. Because I'm going to play Minecraft on the computer again. And I did enjoy that. But I also have a little bit of nostalgia for the Xbox 360 because I think jailbreaking was a thing back then, too.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I remember I jailbroke my iPod in middle school.
Hell yeah.
Like, I have a jailbroken PS3 at home right now. So
That's
okay,
fire.
cool.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if that was like a more contemporary term. But like my dad's Xbox 360 just had all these games that I'm pretty sure he like ripped from the internet. Like Homer Simpson pointing a gun. It's not even an explainable way why I said that.
I don't know why, but for some reason I feel like that is just something that you can't get on the Xbox store. Because like on the 360 you're able to get like custom themes and stuff. Like I had one of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Did I say Xbox 360 this entire time? I meant the original Xbox also.
Oh,
that was probably jailbroken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would play as Melina on Mortal Kombat and just hit the pearl button, like the white one, and just flip them around. And then we'd get scared when she'd take her mask off, and I would turn it off, and something clinical was wrong with me from a young age.
All right.
Yeah.
On that note.
So I think I'll go with the one that I probably spend the most time like playing on, which is probably my Nintendo 3, not 3DS. I'm sorry. I like the 3DS, but the OG DS, I love that console to death. It helped that you could play the Game Boy games as well. Game Boy was my first, you know? And so I got to play both the Game Boy and the DS as well. And so a lot of fun stuff, just playing a lot of games. Mainly Pokemon, but a lot of fun games, you know?
I remember when I got my DSi. Oh, my God. I thought I was... Dude, I was taking pictures on it. I was going, guys.
Like, to this day, I think the DSi XL is probably the best looking handheld that Nintendo has made.
I remember I got the 3DS for Christmas my sophomore year, and I think that's like when Omega Ruby came out. Maybe that was my freshman year of high school. I don't remember. But that was... I love the 3D DS. It was fun, even though I never put it in 3D. You just needed to have it to play the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Little afterthought, quick shout out to my friends in high school who showed me how to put an emulator on my phone so I could play games.
Yes, I knew how to do it.
Is the best console. What'd you say?
I used to do that on my laptop in my last college. Probably why I didn't go there anymore.
Shout out the European Union for being on Apple's ass. So now on our iPhones we could have emulators.
Yeah.
Like last month, my friend texted me a screenshot of like, yo, I'm playing Pokemon Omega Ruby on my phone right now. What's good?
Texting from the Pokemon Ruby.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think our camera's about to die, so maybe we should close it off.
All right.
Yeah. Did everybody got a...
Yeah, I'm good. I know. Yeah.
All right. So y'all better tune in for the next episode where we're about to discuss, because it's Oscar season now, we're about to discuss what we think the best films of all time are. Y'all better tune in for that, because I feel like that's about to be a good one too. Any closing thoughts?
Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.
Read the record.
Yes.
Read all of our articles, every single one. You better have those tabs open right now. I'm looking at you, Jamal. I know you're watching this.
You'll be receiving a 10-question questionnaire about every article uploaded in the past semester. And if you don't have them in the next YouTube comment section, you will be blocked from the channel. Not really, but...
And for legal reasons, we're just going to say that piracy bad, you know?
Oh,
for legal reasons.
Pay for all your games.
I legally put all the games on my jailbroken Switch. I legally did that.
Yes, it's all legal, everybody. You know?
But catch y'all next time.
Yeah.
Bye.